How's it going, everybody? It is a beautiful day in Prince Edward Island here in Stratford. The sun is shining. We were just out for a walk a little while ago. It's absolutely gorgeous. And there's no flies biting. The sun is out. The wind is essentially calm. Just had a blast today. Got a lot of work done down in the basement office. Got that finished around 4 o'clock or so. And then Janice and I went for a beautiful walk around the neighborhood, probably about an hour, getting our daily exercise, try to keep fit, or at least not too unfit, while we're pretty well otherwise the other 23 hours of the day stuck here at home. The news from PEI is really good. We still have only 25 cases of COVID-19, and of those 25 cases, 23 of them have now recovered. So there's only 2 active cases of the disease on our entire island in our province. So we're very stoked about that. The Chief Medical Health Officer is very pleased, but cautioned us today in her briefing that this is not the time to relax our restrictions and let ourselves out of the cage too much just yet. We have a few more weeks of this to go. We have essentially locked the island down. You can still get onto PEI if you have a good reason, which means if you're delivering something important to your truck driver, courier, that kind of thing, no problem. If it's a medical trip, no problem. If it's compassionate family thing, no problem. But you can't just come here to hang out. You can't come here unless you have a purpose. And even if you do have all those things and you still want to come here and they do let you in, you have to absolutely promise to isolate yourself for 2 weeks, 14 days, not go out, not get groceries, have people bring you things. You will be phoned regularly, and if you don't answer the phone at your home, there will be a knock on your door to make sure you're really there. So they're really taking this seriously, as they should, because guess what? It's working. We have had, probably it's been almost a week since we had any increase in cases. And now we've only have 2 active cases in the whole island. So we're just thrilled. We're over the moon about that. And everybody seems to be in a good mood today, walking around, lots of waves and chit-chats with some of our neighbors. Fantastic. So what I'm going to do now is start the barbecue. And just do what I can outside and enjoy the fact that right now, while the weather's good, the flies aren't all hatched yet, so no biting insects. There's a few knocking around here, but they're just stupid at this time of year. So nothing to bite. So it's a beautiful, peaceful day, and it's a great day for a couple of barbecued hamburgers. So how are you folks doing with the social distancing regulations that you might have in your jurisdiction? Here in PEI, it's going very well. For the most part, people are following the rules. Our rules here are stay home as much as you possibly can. If you have to go out of your home to do errands and shopping, try to limit that to once per week, and try to have only one person in your household do the shopping for everybody. That way we limit the amount of contact that goes in and out of our lives. You're not to go to the cottage. You're not to hang out with your friends. You're not to go to the beach and party. You're not to sit in a park for hours and hours and have a picnic where other people might come by. When you meet people that aren't from your own household, you must maintain a distance of 6 feet or 2 meters from those people, and they're obligated to maintain that same amount of distance from you. So far, so good. But there have been people who have been ignoring that or flaunting the law. I'll use as an example the Chief Medical Health Officer in Scotland. The young lady, for 2 weekends in a row, not the Easter weekend, but the 2 weekends prior to that, went with her family from Edinburgh, the capital of Scotland, to Fife, where she had a cottage. And she went on 2 occasions with her whole family and got caught, tried to save her job. The First Minister, Nicola Sturgeon, tried to save her job because she does give good advice on everything else. She's just really poor at following the advice that she gives other people. Anyway, after a tortuous couple of hours in a press conference on Sunday morning, the Sunday before Easter, finally by the evening, they just gave up and she tendered her resignation, and the resignation was accepted. Because you can't do that. You can't give all kinds of people advice and then not follow the advice yourself. Here in Canada, we have a situation where a public figure has been giving advice to the whole nation to maintain social distancing and how good we're doing, and not to break the rules and to follow the advice and to keep apart. Because there are some people who think that the rules don't apply to them because they're special. They're graced with some magical fairy dust of some kind. That means that they don't have to follow the rules. and they and their families can not only go to the cottage, they can post pictures of themselves at the cottage on their Instagram and wish everybody a happy Easter. How do you like that? But for the most part, the rest of us who aren't special, the rest of us ordinary people are doing really good at this. And PEI only has the 25 cases and only 2 active, with the 23 cases already recovered. So that's just awesome. And to everyone on PEI who's helping out with that, good for you. Well done. We are an example not only to the rest of the country and the rest of the continent, but I think we're an example to the rest of the world. That if you jump on something quick enough and you get yourselves in order before it's too late, and you start introducing your measures before they get away on you, you can actually slow this thing down and maybe stop it in its tracks. The jury is still out. We're not done, but we're doing really good. Anyhow, I hope it's good where you are. I hope you're doing well. Take care of yourselves. I'll be back at some point, probably not daily, but I'll be back at some point because this is fun. And I do like to stay in touch. Subscribe, like this video if you want to. Take care. See you later.